Something we haven't discussed too much are gaps. So if you look at a daily chart, because of extended hours, there can be gaps in between the candles. A lot of traders use these gaps as part of their trading pattern strategies. So in this video, we're going to talk about opening ranges and gaps. A gap is simply the difference between the close of the previous day and the open of the current day. Sometimes these gaps can be quite large. It's sometimes hard to see the gaps on an intraday chart, and you usually can't see the gaps if you have extended hours on. The place to look though is the daily chart. Although it should be visible on an intraday chart or below a daily chart with extended hours turned off. A lot of traders look at these gaps as opportunities for them to fill, meaning if it gaps up, they try to ride it back down to the previous close. Or if it gaps down, they try to ride it back up to the previous close. Other times, these gaps can create massive momentum. Some traders refer to this as a gap and go, meaning the stock gaps up and keeps going, or gaps down and keeps falling. 90% of gaps get filled eventually in the future. That's why it's so important to pay attention to the gaps. Some day traders will use a gap along with an opening range. The opening range is the highest price and the lowest price the stock makes in the first 5, 10, or 15 minutes. A trader would maybe look at the opening range the same way they would look at a channel. They then can play it as a breakout play, trying to fill the gap or ride the momentum. Or it can be played as a continuation or reversal, buying the stock off the bottom low of the day or shorting off the high of the day. You can combine the gap and the opening range. For example, if a trader was doing an intraday breakout, say the stock gapped up and created a nice 15-minute opening range. It then breaks the low of day. The trader might try to ride the stock all the way back down to the previous close, filling in the gap. As you see, the gaps and opening range can be applied to many other strategies. The gaps are among the most popular, and you should always be aware of the gaps on the daily charts. A lot of times, these stocks that make gaps will continue to have a lot of volatility. So I hope that helps you understand gaps and opening ranges, and I'll see you in the next video.